What is going on, you guys? MissedThePart here, back again with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about something very interesting that might actually be surprising the fans leading up towards the Miles Morales video game, and what we actually might get with the PS5 and all of this stuff, including the storyline and stuff. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked when we end up getting this video game on PS5, like what could actually be going down, because, you know, we all are hearing things about SpiderGeddon and how that could have something to do with the absence of Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the storyline. Now, this would add up a lot since Spider-Man ended up leaving in Edge of SpiderGeddon, I think issue 0 with Superior Spider-Man. He ended up leaving, and there was just a ton of stuff that ended up happening with him actually meeting alternate versions of Spider-Man, and how he ended up coming back to the universe, and he actually had the idea for Miles Morales' costume. So there's two things that I think a lot of people are going to really be shocked about this, and that is when the SpiderGeddon timeline actually happens. The thing about when he ends up learning about his costume, like Miles Morales' suit, this is after SpiderGeddon, so he comes back and he pretty much kind of like tells him like what the heck's happening here and how his costume could actually look. So like when I'm assuming this, like I'm actually going to be assuming that the game would actually start out with maybe Peter's leaving into the SpiderGeddon events, and then maybe he ends up coming back and he gives Miles Morales the idea. That I think a lot of fans are really going to be shocked in how this is going to fit in with the comic book timeline, because there's a lot of people that read the comic books, and when this all aligns up and it's all canon, a lot of people are really going to be happy, because I think when you have the comic books and it all ties in together, that just makes a lot of people happy. That makes me happy because I follow all that stuff. So to see like Peter Parker like come back and he kind of gives like Miles Morales like the idea of the 1610 Spider-Man costume, I think it's going to be really interesting to see, and I think a lot of fans are really going to be shocked on how this might actually happen. And maybe Insomniac is going to like incorporate cutscenes from like the comic books, and maybe they're actually going to add in like events that actually happened in SpiderGeddon, and kind of like how like Miles Morales ended up getting his black costume in red. Now that's something that I would love to see personally, because when I was reading the comic book and I was looking at the timelines, I'm like, something doesn't add up here. Like when he leaves, like it had to be either before Miles Morales turned into Spider-Man, so he could like give him the idea, because when Miles Morales is digging that red and black suit, that's already after the events of SpiderGeddon. Like it has to be, because he ends up giving him the idea. So without him giving him the idea, that would mean that Peter Parker didn't actually participate in SpiderGeddon. So it kind of gets very confusing with the timelines, but I do feel like when we get into this video game, things are going to be going absolutely berserk. Like I guarantee you at the start of the video game, like maybe we're going to be playing as Peter Parker, and that's something that I think a lot of people are going to be really shocked about, is that like Peter Parker could be playable in this video game, and maybe we're even going to be getting hints about the Spider-Verse characters, because I think it would be very interesting if they ended up putting out like a SpiderGeddon kind of like cutscene, but like that cutscene would include maybe like alternate suits from the original Spider-Man PS4 game, kind of just to like do like a full lap around the game. Like that would be amazing if we ended up getting like the Sam Raimi suit maybe in a cutscene with like the Ends of Earth suit. Like I don't even know, like there's so many ideas that I think a lot of people are going to really be shocked about. So I'm very excited to see like where they're going to be going with the storyline, and how people are really going to react to like how Miles Morales gets the suit, and if they end up keeping that canon, because I think a lot of people, if they end up like retconning all that, I think people are just going to be like very upset. But like half the people aren't even going to know, because some of them don't really read comics, so you know it could go 50-50 either way. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in this video, and how I think a lot of people are just going to be completely shocked. Only time will tell. You know, this is, you know, a prediction pretty much, so I'm predicting that like maybe the SpiderGeddon is going to have a massive influence on Miles Morales' costume choice, and maybe some of the choices that he's going to make in this video game, like maybe he's going to be referencing other Spider-Men. Like hopefully like that would be something that I would love. But anyways, do make sure to subscribe, like, share, and turn your notifications on so you and your friends are all up to date with the latest content. But anyways, as always, peace out.